our number series. After this, we'll do our new chapter, Chapter 2, Whole Numbers. I'm sure you've already watched my previous 5 videos on knowing our number series. If you have not, I strongly recommend you all to watch it. You can find their link up right in the card or down in the description box. So, today's video is about Roman numeral. Now let's get started! Chapter 1, Knowing Our Number, Roman numeral. So this is our last topic of the whole book. After this, we'll move to the next chapter, which is chapter number 2, Whole Numbers. So let's get started with our Roman numerals. Introduction. First, we're going to see the Roman numeral counting from 1 to 10. So here, we'll see the Roman numeral counting from 1 to 10. And then we will see ahead the big numbers and even bigger numbers. So here we have an English number system and a Roman numeral system. This English number system is also called Indo-Arabic numbers. So here we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We will start with our first number, which is 1. So how do we write this in Roman numeral system? We write it something like this. You can also remember it as a I. So as you see, we can write it in this form, or you can also put 2 sticks like this. Here we have 2, so we put 2 sticks for 2, and then you can write it normally like this, or write 2 sticks above and lower it like this. It's your choice how you want to write. Same goes with 3. You can put 2 sticks up and down, or you can just write it normally how it is. But now 4 is a little different. Here you need to keep in mind that 1, 2, 3, like 1 will have 1 stick, 2 will have 2 sticks, and 3 will have 3 sticks. But after 3, numbers will change. So for 4, how should we write it? I don't know how to write it. Well, now what should we do? So first we see how to write the number 5. 5 is written as V. And what should we subtract from 5, or V here we say, to get 4? We'll subtract 1. So 1 is written as I here, so it will be written as I and V. Here also you can put 2 sticks up and down or like this. So this is how you write for V, and then before V, I. So this means 1 subtracted from 5, which makes it 4. Okay, next we have 6. And a 6 is a opposite way of writing 4. Here we had I before the V, and now we have I after the V. Why? Because 5 plus 1 equals 6, not 5 minus 1. So when we add I after the V, it makes it 6. Because 5 plus 1 equals 6. So here you can also put 2 sticks or normally. This will continue with each one of them. You can put 2 sticks up and down, or it's just your wish. Next we have 7. 7 is written as V, which is 5, 1, 1. So V plus 2 equals 7. So we write it like this. V, 1, 1. Next we have 8. Has 8 written? 8 is written as V, 1, 1, 1. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. We write it like that. And now after 8, things change. We cannot write it as V, 1, 1, 1. That won't be correct. We need to change. So for writing 9, first we need to see how we write 10. We write 10 as X. X. And now, how does this relate to on writing 9? Well, this means when you subtract 1 from 10, it gives us 9. Okay? So what we'll do is we'll put X, and before the X, we'll put 1. Means 10 minus 1 equals 9. Okay, I'm sure you're clear how to write the Roman numeral counting from 1 to 10. Now, let's move on. Understanding Roman numeral better. Till now, we saw the basics. what did we see in the basics? In the basics, we saw how to write Roman numeral counting from 1 to 10. Now we will see the commonly used number. So here we have the English system and the Roman numeral system. First, we will see how to write 20. So, before this, we saw how to write 10 and now we need to write 20. So what do? What should I add to 10 to make it 20 straight away without adding 2 numbers or 3 numbers or 4 numbers? Well, I can add 10 itself. So 10 plus 10 equals 20. So you'll put x. X is 10, another x makes it 20. Now we need to make 30. We will make 30 in the similar way as we did for 20. But we need 3x this time because if we need to add something to 10 to make it 30 is 20. So x, which makes it 30. Now we have 40. But now we write 40 in a different way than 10, 20 and 30. But how do we write that? First, we need to see how to write 50. We write 50 as L. And now we will see how to write 40. Now, here 50 is written as L. What should I subtract from 50 to make it 40 straight away? I'll subtract 10. So I'll put x before the L because 50 minus 10 equals 40. So it will be written as XL. Now we write 60. How should we write 60? Here we need to add instead of subtract. So what should we add to 50 to make it 60? We can add 10. So this makes our calculation easy instead of adding 1 number, 2 number or 5 number itself. So here we will write it as LX. LX makes it 60. L is for 50 and X is for 10. We add them both, makes it 60. 70. How should we write 70? We'll write 70 in the same way as we did for 60. But this time we need to add 2x because if we add L with 2x, which is 20, so L is 50. L plus 20 equals 70. Now we'll write 80. 80 will be written as LXXX. Why? Because L, 50 and 3x, 30. So 50 plus 30 equals 80. Now we'll see how to write 90. But before writing 90, we need to see how to write 100. We write 100 as C. C is for 100. And now we'll write 90. So here we have a C, which is 100. And what should we minus from 100 to get 90 straight away? We'll minus 10. So we'll put X before C, which makes it 90. Okay, so now let's see how to write all these numbers in Roman numeral system. So, how to write 200? How did we write 100? We write 100 as C. What should we add to 100 to make it 200? We can add 100 itself. So 100 plus 100 equals 200. Means we'll put 2 C's, which makes it CC equals 200. 300. 300, how should we write 300 at? So, how did we write 200? We added 2 C's because C equals 100. So here we'll add 3 C's. 100, 100, 100 makes it 300. So 3 C's. C, C, C. 400. Before writing 400, we need to see how to write 500. We write 500 as D. Okay, so now we'll see how to write 400. We write 400 as CD. Why do we write it as CD? Because D is 500 and C is 100. So if we subtract 500 from 100, we get 400. So we write it as CD. Next we have 600. We write 600 as DC. Why? Because 500 is D and 100 is C, but this time we need to add it instead of subtract it. So 500 plus 100 equals 600. Here we have 700. We write 700 as the same way we write 600, but we need to add another C because if we add 500 plus 100, it makes it 600, not 700. So we need to add 200. Now we have 800. 800 we write as DCC. We add 3 C's. So this makes it 800 because C equals 300 and D is 500. So 500 plus 300 equals 800. Okay, so our next number is 900. Before writing 900, we need to see how to write 1000. We write 1000 as M. Now we'll see how to write 900. So we'll write 900 as CM. Why? Because 1000 is M, and if we subtract 100 from 1000, it gives us 900. Wasn't that easy? If you're liking my videos and my homework, don't forget to like and subscribe on my channel. Okay, now let's move ahead. We have, let's learn to create numbers. Here we'll see how to create numbers. So here we have an English number system and our Roman numeral system. 11. How to write 11? We know how to write 10. 10 is written as X. And we also know how to write 1. 1 is written as I. So what should we add in 10 to make it 11? We add 1. So it gives us XI. How? Because X is 10 and I is 1. When we add them both, we get 11. Next we have 12. We write 12 in the same way as we wrote 11. But this time we need to add 2 i's because 1 makes 2 and X plus 2 equals 12. 13. 13 is also similar. X plus 3 i's. This time we added 3 i's because we need to make it 13. So 1 makes 3 and X plus 3 equals 13. Here we have 14. Okay, so how to write 14 now? But before writing 14, let's learn how to write 15. We write 15 as XV. Why do we write 15 as XV? Because X is 10 and 5 is V. So we write it as XV. X 10 plus 5, 15. Now let's see how to write 40. When we saw in the beginning of the video, we write it 4 as I and V. Why do we write it as I and V? Because 5 is V and if we subtract 1 from it, we get 4. So here we'll write it as XIV. X 10 and IV equals 14. Next we have 16. 16 is XVI. We write it as XVI because X, 10 and VI means 6. So 10 plus 6 equals 16. 17. We write 17 in the similar way as we wrote 16. This time we'll add 2 i's because we saw X is 10 and VII is 7. So 10 plus 7 equals 17. Next we have 18. 18 we'll write it as XVIII because VIII is 8 and X is 10. 10 plus 8 equals 18. Now let's see how to write 19. Now we know how to write 19 because X and X is 10. How to write 9? We write 9 as 1X. I'm sure you remember why do we write 9 as 1X? Because X is 10 again and minus 1 makes it 9. So XIX. We have 20 now. We have already seen how to write 20. It is XX. 10 plus 10 equals 20. Here we have some more. From 91 to 100, people get a lot confused. So I'm going to clear your confusion now. Now let's see how to write from 91 to 100. A lot of people get confused here. So no need to be confused now because I'll clear all your confusions. First, let's see how to write 91. We write 91 as XCI. Why? Because now we know how to write 90. 90 is XC. How to write 1 is I. So it makes it XCI. 92. XCII. How? XC 90 and 1 1. I 2. 93. XC I is 3 and we have 90 there. So 90 plus 3 equals 93. Now let's see how to write 94. We write 94 as XC. This makes it 90. And now we should write 4, which is IV. 95. 95 is written as XCV, which makes it 90. This is 90. XC and V is 5, which makes it 95. 96. XCVI. This is 90 and this part is 6. 96. 97. XCVII. So this part is 90, XC and VII is 7. So 90 plus 7 equals 97. 98. XC 90 and VII makes it 8. 90 plus 8 equals 98. Our second last one is 99. How do we write 99 as? First we write 90 and then we write 9. We write 9 as IX, which makes it 99. And we all know how to write 100 now. Thank you. I hope this video helped you to learn the concepts on numbers. This is what we have learned in the whole Going Over Numbers series, such as shifting digits, we learned about estimation, we learned how to put commas, revisiting place value, we learned how to write